From deep inside the belly of Tim Hortons Field, underneath the stands, the Forge Audio Network presents The Captain's Log with Kyle Becker and Mitch Houlihan, presented by Bench Brewing.
Season 1, Episode 2 of The Captain's Log. I'm Mitch Houlihan, here with player number 10,
Kyle Becker.
the captain. Podcast brought to you by Bench Brewery. Bench Beers. You know what I do every time I go to a local restaurant?
Why'd you say it like that?
What?
Brewery. It's a toughie.
Oh, we all saw last week, talking is not easy. Bench Brewery. This was...
That was worse.
It's like Jurley. Bench Brewery. We've talked about this before, and we were having some commercial chats, marketing commercials. I think Bench should let us make commercials for it.
I mean,
how do you feel about that?
If we just showed them this intro, I think we'd get it in a heartbeat. So, I mean, if they want to make some money.
I mean, there's a lot of no-brainers. It's like you're on the bench, having a bench, you know?
Pretty good.
After the Reds, suspended on the bench.
That's what it should be. It should be a couple red cards, and then just me just gassing a couple benches in the locker room.
I had a good one that I thought of, but we'll workshop it. Maybe Hawk will come up with some good ones for us.
Sweet Hawk.
All right, into our first. Last week we talked about halfway through the season, fresh start, big win against Vancouver, player of the month, lots of good things happening into the second half. Calgary, how'd it go?
The hard-hitting questions. Yeah, not great. Not great at all. No, boys came out a little flat, didn't we? That was a sticky one.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Yeah, not good. That's all you got?
No, I think there's a lot. There's a lot to talk about, but I don't know how much time we have. No, I think we were just, honestly, it was just, it's disappointing. I think anytime kind of leave a performance like that, especially against a team like Calgary and the battles that we've had over the years, I think our fans have come to expect something a little better than that.
You guys usually perform in the old foothills too.
Yeah, I mean we've had some good memsies over there.
You got some good stats there too.
Yeah. That was
bad.
Not ideal.
That's all right. You want to hear about my game?
I would love to.
This is going to take us into our first segment. Harmful or hurtful? No, wait. Helpful or harmful?
Yeah, nailed it.
All right. So to the game of soccer, we played last week and this week against the same team, men's league. Tell me how that happens. There's like 7 teams and 7 games, and we played the same team twice. But last week, I want to ask you about some of the players that you've played with before. This guy in center mid on the other team, like the positivity was unbearable. Like he was like just like complimenting all his teammates. It was like this other center mid on us is like, he's kept telling me he was like the best player in the world. He's like, oh, bro, when you're playing, you're the best player in the world. Like, it was just all so positive. His, like, I think Lee came up, so we can just say Lee, but your brother also plays on the team. He was in all of our kitchens just with positivity. His chirps were like, I have a great job. Like, I'm so happy. Like, I have a beautiful wife. Like, what? It was like the nicest thing ever. And then after the game, they beat us because we suck. He told I could hear him giving his talk to like he's like the captain of the team, big captain, and he was like, I'm proud of you guys.
Come on.
Like, just proud. So like, I started to, but like it kind of made us look at ourselves like we're the opposite. We just go and you play men's league to yell and kick each other. That's what I thought.
To get all your anger out, and how much you hate your job.
And he was just So I want your thoughts on that. Also, I know there's been some guys who like the positivity, but Yeah, what do you think?
Honestly, my initial reaction, and this is probably going to say more about both of us than just how we don't like the positivity off the rip,
Yeah.
was like, someone's got to check this guy's floorboards. He's probably just hiding a bunch of bodies under there, coming here, just being all positive Andy. But no,
We can
I
only
don't know.
hope.
I don't know, buddy. I'm like, for me, the positivity lasts, and then something happens, and this guy's just going to snap.
It's actually hilarious. Like, try it in practice. Like, next time someone makes a pass, it's like, hey, I'm proud of you.
Maybe he was just
Whoops, I'm proud of you.
Maybe he was just watching a bunch of Tim Tebow highlights.
Nah,
He's just. I feel like Tebow's a big positive guy.
I don't think you can, like, just turn that on or off. He's a positive guy.
Well, then maybe we need to hang out with him a little bit more.
And you cannot turn that on. So, I don't know. What would you say
I
your
got some-
positivity levels are?
Like, currently, or on like an
No,
average?
just general.
General positivity out of 10. 10 being like this guy. I would say I'm like a 6. 6.
All right. Super 6.
I'm a super 6. That's what they call me, buddy.
All right. Sticking with the men's league.
Yeah.
And this will take us into, we should say we have a great guest coming up. She's actually in the room, but hosts a couple other podcasts.
Just interrupting
in
our
the
podcast,
building.
whatever.
Yeah, that just threw me off. This is our second
The
podcast. You can't be
professionalism.
doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I'm thrown off. I don't know what to
Talking
do
about
now.
men's
I
league
lost-
stuff.
Oh yeah.
And we're back.
Okay. So leading into the chat with, so it's Mackenzie
Yeah.
Barwell,
Yeah.
digital host, game host, podcast host. I listen to some podcasts too.
Nice.
They're good. Since she's starting her career, we're going to get into some stories from early in your career. One particularly that connects to the men's league. Same team as I was just talking about. You played for us.
Oakville Villains.
When you were playing for TFC, I think you should cut the name. There's going to be we're going to lose a lot of listeners.
Yeah. There's going to be an
just because of
inquiry.
that. Yeah, so you played with us off season, first year TFC. I wasn't at that game, but you got a red.
I actually didn't get a red. I saw
you
myself
saw
out of the
yourself
game.
out. Yeah.
So we were playing indoor.
But tell me how that impacted your off season.
Yeah, it was threw a little wrench in the plans for sure. Yeah, so as you said, had the genius idea of playing in a men's league game while I was under contract with TFC. Not a great decision. I mean, I was like, I'm just going to have a kickabout with the boys, have some fun. It was going to be great. And naturally, the game just starts getting a little chippy, as men's league indoor games do. I got a little 2-minute penalty, as you do in indoor. And I was like, this is dumb. What am I doing? And I was like, I'm just done. I was walking off the field. And the ref was like, no, you got to stand over there. And I was like, guy, I'm done. I'm not playing. He's like, no. You got to stand over there. And I was like, buddy, it's all good. And I gave him a little tap.
Yeah,
a little sports
tap.
little sports butt tap.
Sports butt tap, yeah.
And he took a lot of offense to that.
Yep.
Put in the old, wrote a little report. And that report made its way to the coach of the national team and my coach at TFC. I had to go to Kangaroo Court in Oakville Soccer Club.
That's what's
They're like, you're never playing soccer ever again.
like a men's league game, and then Costa is like arguing in the court.
The best part, I'm not going to say the person's name who we had to go and have a little sit down with.
Yeah.
The ref rolled in a video. Like
Yeah.
it was like a substitute teacher. He rolled in like video footage. And he was like, he assaulted me.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
The grainy.
What are we talking about? And then the best part is, so it was like me, Costa, who was my agent at the time, Harry, who was the manager of the men's league team.
Yeah.
The guy who submits all the forms.
Yeah.
And the ref.
Our guy.
Yeah, Harry's our guy. And the person who works at the club. And we're waiting outside, and it was like raining. And I think we made Harry get dressed up, so he wore a suit. Which was just awesome. And then the person opens the door, and it's like everyone's trying to be super serious. This person's just barefoot, not wearing any shoes the whole
What?
time. It was carnage. It was like, what are we talking about?
The
here?
judge?
Yeah.
No shoes?
The judge, jury, and executioner
I
just
don't
pulls
think I
up
ever heard that.
wearing no shoes, and it was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
What
And
are
then
we doing
after
here?
all that, it was like a $50 fine.
I don't even know what the thing was, but it was there was like an amendment to all men's league.
Oh yeah,
men's
yeah.
league
That's
applications.
still on the forums. Like, you can't. Yeah.
You
can't
cannot
play if
be
you're under
playing
contract.
if you're under contract with
Which
a
makes
professional team.
sense.
You cannot be playing. Yeah, I mean, fine print. Got to read the fine print, boys.
Hey, it's all about learning from your mistakes.
That's what it's all about.
But that was a witch hunt.
yeah,
Let's be real. That was a witch hunt.
I mean, it was interesting. Looking back, it seemed a little excessive.
But you learned from your experiences. That was early in your career.
Yeah.
And I think that's we actually stayed more positive than I thought today. I think we should save.
Can we air some grievances before we move on to?
Yeah, a couple.
I know you got a grievance. You can start before we move on to our guest.
Do you have one?
Yeah,
Okay.
I actually have two.
After our game the other night, I'm driving home.
Yep.
It's late. Some good tunes coming on the radio, and then the Spence Diamond commercial comes on. It's just the worst.
Just gets you.
We got some. I mean, whatever. They pay. They do their thing. They can do whatever they want. But like, do I need to be in on this new story arc? It's like the Spence guy and Sarah are getting married now. It's like, I don't know. It's just the worst. It just makes me like I scream and change the channel every time.
Is it like a punch the steering wheel prolonged honk? It gets you so worked up.
Like that's why I think like we could make good commercials for bench.
I think we could too.
And like I get the point of like no publicity is whatever. Like we're talking about Spence, but like it's because I hate them.
Yeah, they stink.
I want people to not shop there so that they can't pay for marketing dollars.
I think we should ask
commercials.
all of the Forge Audio listeners to change the channel when Spence Diamonds comes on. I think that
and then go back, support your local radio
No. If you
stations,
like the show,
but change
that's fine. But if they come on, just change it.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
And like, who's shopping at Big Diamond Sport? Don't you just go to like a little door and there's like a guy and like I don't know. That's how we got our rings in the past.
Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing? If you're buying from Spence Diamonds, what are you doing?
Just off Brimley.
Now you're giving him shout outs?
I know. This is what happens. I start to like everything that I hate after a bit. All right. That was mine. I wasn't even going to bring it up because we were being positive today, but
See how long that lasted.
I know. Actually, that was another thing that like I don't think we really even talked about the first episode. We just kind of like jumped into it of like I don't know what the pod's gonna be. I think that's kind of it's like there's like two things like we I just like laugh at stuff and naturally make fun of stuff, and we're just like not that nice to each other.
Yeah, and I think there's like after we get like 10 episodes in this, there's just gonna be a nice montage of us trying to like get comfortable on these couches. Like we can just do that. Dude, I've changed how I'm sitting so many times.
Yeah,
I think the pod is gonna be like, how do I sit with a microphone?
Well,
That's the journey that we're on.
We've gone back and forth on whether it's gonna come up, but the buried pilot episode,
The infamous.
like I was just shifting around. I didn't know what to do with my hands.
I think by the
it's
end
still
of the
not
podcast,
great.
you were sitting like this.
My body language has never been the best.
I mean,
It's very obvious. We got people like
That
they'll
might
be
be-
like,
yeah.
I'll just be like this after. It's like that Tim Robinson thing. Have you seen that?
That guy is
When he's the interviewer and he's just texting like, "Well,
he doesn't like it.
Yeah.
That's funny you say that about the body language though. That could be like on Kyle Becker's first scouting report ever.
oh yeah." Hey,
Not a body language guy.
that was a good callback to the TFC days.
Yeah.
Getting us back on track here. Yeah, your body language,
Not good.
just the arms. Like you're a lot better now for sure. But
It's a work in progress.
yeah. All right. I think that's no. What was your grievance?
Cars for kids.
Oh yeah, we're sticking with the commercials.
That
The
commercial
worst commercial.
stinks. I genuinely, this is like, I bet those are the lost kids of the wife of the girl in the Scientology thing. Like she's gone and those kids are gone.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what her name is, but like someone needs to ID those kids. That is a tough commercial. I don't understand why. Like I get it, money. We talked about that. They pay for it. It is what it is. But like the fact that TSN is rolling that out every single break, out of control. So they need to be stopped.
They also love playing the same commercial 7 billion times.
I mean, it is what it is. All right, that's my grievance.
But that's how the world works.
That's why Bench pays us the big bucks.
And also, Cars for Kids. I donated a car. I didn't. I did. Back
them?
in the day. Yeah.
To them.
Yeah.
Which car?
Kenny Upel came and picked it up. My guys. Kenny Upel.
There's
Shout out.
no
Great.
chance this happened.
Well, it did. But
So-
I never got. I don't even know what you're supposed to get. Like a tax
got a
credit.
kid.
I got no.
That's how it works. You donate a car, and they just give you the kid.
So my gripe with them, I want to know how many tax credits are actually coming back for the cars. What are you supposed to get? Like $400 or something? $250?
Dude, I do my taxes every year. I have no
I would have
idea.
rather just dropped her off at Kenny Upel.
Who's Kenny Upel?
It's just around the corner.
Here?
Yeah, it's a junkyard, car junkyard.
Come on. You
Where
just
you get your car
drive in.
parts.
You drive in, drop your car off,
Right
and walk
when you
away.
get off Tesla.
I'm good with this, guys.
I don't know how you've never heard that before. I used to be a Kenny Upel all the time,
All the time?
fixing the van.
Holy God.
Grab
man,
a
I'm
part, grab a part,
Yeah.
fix her up.
dead. All right.
That's it.
I think this might be the best segment, huh? Yeah.
Oh, we'll get into lots of car stuff for sure.
This guy's a car guy. All right.
Big car guy. Oh, that was another thing too.
What?
I went to Cannon
Yeah.
for a coffee on the way here.
How
So
good
I
is it?
turned up
Yeah.
Cannon, right?
Yeah. Like the cannon, or you turned up cannon?
No, I turned up like coming off Nikola Tesla. When you're texting, those train tracks come at you fast.
Dude, they are crazy. Yeah. They're a funny story. All right. Here, this is a good one. At the very beginning of the old Forge journey, when
Yeah.
like this first became a possibility,
Yeah.
the powers that be invited me to a Ticats game before I like signed or anything to kind of like show me around.
Yeah.
And me and Kat were pulling up. It was late. We're just flying up Gage, and they've recently changed the second track, like the big track.
Yeah.
Like they did some construction on it. She's nice now. Back in the day, guy, it was pitch black.
Back in the day.
I was flying, dude. I swear to God, the car lifted. I was like, we just broke. We broke everything. We broke it. Like it was the worst sound I've ever heard in my entire life, and that genuinely has like scared me to this day. You gotta stop every single one.
It's like worse than like hitting your head.
Dude, you're flying. You get like the feeling in your stomach if you're going fast enough, like you're on a roller coaster.
Yeah, and it's just it feels
Yeah,
like
it's gritty.
My car's done. I need her to ride home.
To be honest, it's a nice little welcome to the stadium. Welcome to Hamilton.
Yeah, hit a little ramp.
You're in for one.
That would have been good to get into too. I'm excited to talk in the future about. Actually, no, we could talk about it right now with Mackenzie, but like just the organization,
Yeah,
because it's great.
yeah. I would like to hear her views. How she's
100%.
feeling it. Should we bring her in?
Let's bring her in.
All right. Without further ado, the one and only.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah,
Excited.
no,
Yeah,
thanks for coming. It's all just working out today. Things are clicking. The pod's clicking.
I kind of love the setup. Can we start by addressing why we're in the storage room? I don't know if you guys talked about
yeah.
that.
Yeah, we've
But-
not really
Just
introduced it.
because
But-
we like it.
I don't know if you guys have noticed on the YouTube, but we are underneath section 107 or something like that.
Oh, we should know that.
We should know that.
We're in the storage room.
Are you
Why?
confident?
Why are we here?
Are you confident it's 107?
I'm pretty sure someone said that today.
Yeah, why are we in here?
Because just that was in the pilot episode. We should explain that. Should explain that.
Okay,
The
'cause
lost
I heard
that-
something.
Yeah.
I heard something, and I want to see if you confirm it.
Yeah,
here.
so when and I keep forgetting to ask about Benny too. We'll get to him at some point.
Yeah.
You sound a little sick.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to talk about that today. And you can confirm this.
Okay.
Only guy on the team with a kid?
No. Manny has a kid.
Manny also has a
Yeah.
kid. So now you're just going to be bringing the kid sickness all through the room.
Oh, yeah.
Like sick days are going to go through
Yeah,
the roof
yeah.
in the Forge locker room.
Yeah, we got a weird line of work though. Like you can't really just take a sick day and be like, I'm not coming to
no
practice.
such thing. No
Yeah,
such thing.
unless you're like puking on yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well.
That's
Yeah.
like the only. I feel like that's like the exception.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Sorry. Let's bring it back.
The storage room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So when this all started and there was a potential that it was gonna happen, you're just looking like that because of how I said
Yeah, 'cause
potential.
you just went potential that this is gonna happen.
I'm not a skilled speaker.
Sometimes the words get all
Yeah.
they'll get jammed up in my
All right,
mouth.
so-
I can't say them no good.
So we were just, like looking at different potential spots, and but like a couple
talk
weeks
about the
before,
pets.
Kyle had just had Benny. Kyle and Kat had just had Benny, and so he was just looking for like a pregame dad nap spot. So he sent us a picture, like feet up on this couch. It was just like under.
No way.
Yeah.
No
So
way.
I don't know how
It was on
that
our,
came
it was on our
around, but
side. Yeah. There's like on where our locker room is, we got like the same kind of thing. Like it goes all the way down the stadium. And there's a couch. This couch was back there, and our physio just popped a little blanket on it, and I
Good
just
night.
came in nice and early and just caught up. Took a little 45-minute power nap before things got going. Yeah, it was a long night.
Is there no
Fun.
such thing as sleep with a newborn? Is this the only couch you're getting?
Yeah, no. Sleep is it's tough to come by with this little guy. He's that little rapscallion. Tell you what, this guy, he's not a big sleeper.
Benny, aka Rapscallion.
Yeah, he's
Nice.
great
he's doing-
touches already though.
Yeah, he's doing something. We're throwing a little mini ball at him.
Maybe Zach.
Oh,
can,
yeah?
Zach can clip in the feet.
Yeah, we'll pop
Great
that video.
touches.
Nice little drop.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
working. I think he might be a lefty, which is pretty neat.
Controversial?
No, that's
No,
good.
no.
We're fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Why is it controversial? What are you, old school, like left-hand people
Whoa,
that
whoa,
like the
whoa,
devil?
whoa, 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 no.
Whoa, what's going on here?
There's no comment. No comment.
No, you're gonna need to comment.
I just think like that's cool. It's cool.
Why is it controversial?
I think I just like said it because it was the first thing that came to my mind, honestly.
Because we're big interviewers. Huh?
Yeah,
You're
like
nervous.
you guys are putting me on the spot right now.
So that's why also this like just felt like a better place because it's like it just felt like a place where it'd be just like sitting on couches chatting
Feels like
versus
home.
like a little too like
Also,
the nice spots are a little too nice for like a
they're
little
too nice for
professional.
us.
Yeah, like
we need to work our way up to something.
yeah,
Before we can get like
that's-
real
yeah.
chairs.
Where did this come from? Is this like
Couldn't tell you.
it was just here.
It's part of the allure of this place.
It actually was just here.
Yeah.
It's a nice touch,
Actually,
I will
There's
say.
some there's some
Yeah.
secrets in here.
All right, can we get to the interview?
Yes.
Please.
Sorry, that's my bad. I got us off
But
track.
you do this good too. Like I was listening to you and Bobby behind the
Oh,
beard.
yes.
Like
Thank you.
You've turned it into a great conversation.
I
He's
appreciate
like
that.
it's such a good chat.
I really enjoy my weekly chats with Bobby, and
Yeah?
I think I'm starting to crack him because at first we weren't on video. We were
Yeah.
just, it was me coming into his office with my phone, just voice memo, and it's cool to see how the conversation has changed and evolved, and see him open up over time. And I think it's really comfortable and conversational. So yeah, I'm glad you like it. Thank you.
Yeah, well, and like that's now back to what my first question was going to be. Question / comment.
Okay.
Like just listening to it, I just want to know, like, why you're so good at it, and if you can teach us to be better at it.
Okay.
Because honestly, it's you're like really good at it.
Thank you. You know what I think I've noticed too now that we're shooting on camera is that going into it with a few ideas in mind or a few questions like
A roadmap.
oh see that's yeah, you're already like okay well I see these here you've got you guys can't see it on video but we've got
Why are you giving out our secrets?
well this is good
Yeah.
I'm saying you're on the right track
There's
here.
nothing back here.
There's nothing back here.
It's all
piece of
up here,
paper,
huh?
No, it's all good. All I was gonna say is that before we were filming
this.
on camera, why is there deodorant?
Kyle was nervous.
Yeah. What if you just stink? You never know. There's people coming in.
All right, sorry.
Yeah.
Step 1, let your interviewee answer the question.
Ooh.
No,
Too
noted.
soon. Too soon.
No.
Sorry.
No, this is good. This is good. This is good. No one's safe.
No one's
So
safe here.
are you studying broadcasting right
No,
now?
I'm in poli-sci.
Oh,
So random.
I was a poli-sci
no
guy
way.
too.
Oh,
yeah,
let's go. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the program. It's just different from what
yeah.
this is.
So how'd you get
Yeah.
into this? So how'd this
Okay.
all start?
First of all, I need to get back to my answer to the question previous because it's my train of thought right now. So quickly to say, I think it's good that you guys are doing this on camera because then you're forced to make it conversational, which is different from what I was originally doing. Well, that was my intention, but having it just audio, I had my computer out, I had my questions ready to go, and I found my eyes like constantly going back to it, and just it kind of being on camera forces you to be more engaged with the person that you're talking to. And at first I was thinking, I actually said to Corey, I was like, do you think it's gonna look bad if I have my computer on my lap? So like, he's like, yeah, don't don't keep your computer here. And like, I've used it when I needed it, but it forced me to look into his eyes and say, okay, we're talking, this is a conversation. And
That's funny because I feel like we didn't want this to be on video.
really, at first,
At
is that what you
first,
said?
Well, even still.
Yeah, we could chuck it.
No, but
it's
trust me,
they're here.
Yeah.
Are they rolling? I don't know.
It's different though for you guys as friends, whereas Bobby and I had just met when we first started the podcast. So I think like doing this off camera for you guys would be just as easily doing it on camera. So.
No, I think you make a good point though. Like just like the body language, being locked in the interview, paying
I
attention.
Will say, I totally agree with the like not knowing what to.
I mean, it's a good couch for a
Mitch,
nap.
you like this one? This is a good one.
Yeah, the old double barrel on the microphone.
Yeah.
Wild. Power stance.
biggest, best change is putting this in front of the old legs.
Yeah. Gotta cover the
feel more
legs.
secure.
Gotta cover the
Like,
legs.
also, this couch is missing a leg, so it's a little lower too.
Yeah.
So
It's gritty. It's a good spot though.
yeah.
Checks out.
It's good.
What do you think of the set?
I love it.
Actually, you were one of the first people to comment on it and say you liked it.
I walked in, well, for the Lost Pilot episode, that's the one I saw, the initial 10 seconds. I was confused. That's why I asked why we're in the storage room. But I feel like it's authentic and it's you guys, and it wouldn't make sense for you to be in a polished space like you said. So
Not yet,
not yet. We're
Not
going
yet.
to work our way up there.
but we're working on a clothing sponsor.
Oh, is that
So we're going to
right?
be outfitted every week.
Oh, sorry. Okay, you asked me another question. I already forget what it
I already forget too.
How did I get here? Is that what you said?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So it's a funny story actually. Obviously I'm in poli-sci, so it wasn't through a school opportunity, but I started working at McMaster in my first year, which was, I'm going into third, so it's 2 years ago now, and got an opportunity as their in-game host, which was so cool because I felt like that was almost like the be-all end-all at that time. Like I didn't think that I would get that job going into school. It was kind of it was like a long-term goal, so to think that we're here and I'm sitting here with you guys now is crazy. But anyways, I kind of saw the ball start rolling.
Well, it's not that crazy that you're here with us, but you've done well for sure. Like that's why I
Sorry,
wonder
Mitch,
why
maybe
you're in
the organization.
broadcasting.
Maybe,
Yeah. No,
maybe
for sure.
Forge overall, yeah.
You're making big, like, you've done a lot in like the last year. I just wouldn't put like sitting with us on
Sorry,
that
maybe
list.
that wasn't the right choice of words, but yes.
But no,
yes,
sorry
I
to
see what you're
cut you
saying.
off.
No, it's all good. But anyways, I ended up working with Mac, and then did some CEBL stuff with the basketball league that just started a couple years ago. And Dave reached out to me because I think someone at Mac had mentioned that I did a good job there, and Dave and the communications department here was looking for.
You got scouted?
I got scouted.
This is big time. This
Yeah.
is breaking news. I didn't know this.
I can't lie. Yeah, I did.
No, yeah. I thought it was, it was just like,
If I had seen a job posting 100%, I would have been like, hey,
That's pretty impressive.
but this is way cooler. So
Yeah,
you got some
so-
clout because you
Yeah.
got scouted.
little LinkedIn
That's
scout.
nice. That's nice.
Good.
Congrats.
Thank
I like
you.
that.
Yeah, so he initially said we're looking for an in-game host, which was right up my alley because I had done that for a few teams. So I came in for an interview with Dave and Mark, talked to them, and then a little later they talked about the digital hosting role, which was like behind the beard, like you said, Forge Daily. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, right away. I was like, that's exactly what I've been wanting to do because I had only had in-game hosting experience up until then, but I really wanted to get into the media side of things. But at the time, I had a full-time job set up for the summer because it was a little bit last minute in terms of like, I don't know, career for right now. So I wasn't sure whether or not I could leave my job that I had committed to already at the university. And I was like so back and forth for so long. I knew 100% I would do the in-game hosting because I could do that and also do my full-time job at Mac. But I was so back and forth whether or not I wanted to quit that one to leave for the digital hosting role, which I didn't know was going to be a lot of hours. Like I think it's part-time, but I'm kind of on the longer side sometimes too. Anyways,
sure.
Dave doesn't actually know this. I was saving the story for the podcast. He's not here right now.
He's gone.
He doesn't listen anyway.
He doesn't listen. But I was so flustered about the digital hosting role. I didn't think that I could quit my job that I had already committed to. I ended up sending Dave an email saying, hey, I don't think that I can take it. I can't quit my other job. I would want to be the in-game host, but I can't do both. And I sent the email and I was like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm just going to quit my job. I should not have done that. This is like the dream job. I don't know why that happened. So I called Dalton, who works here on the game ops side. I'm like, don't kill me, but this is what just happened. I got to figure out what I could say to like take it back. He's like, you idiot. Like, after all this time, you work your way up and you decline the job. Anyways, I open my computer ready to like craft the most convincing email of all time. Email did not send. Did not go through.
Come on. That's sweet. That is unbelievable. That's a nice little forest tale right there for the listeners.
Forest tale for the listeners. I was
great.
so happy.
That's amazing.
Isn't that weird though?
Yeah.
I was, yeah. And I texted Dave. I was like, we're good to go.
Yeah. Immediately quit the other job.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice and lucky. That's sweet. The old message didn't go through.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people who wish that happened to them in their
Oh
lifetime.
man, I was so grateful. I'm not gonna lie.
The delayed email send
Yeah.
would be key. That's great.
Isn't that
So
weird
what
though?
were you going to be doing instead?
It was just a similar media job at school.
Right. Well, it's a good thing it worked out and you came here.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like even if
thrilled.
that went through, like I feel like it still would have somehow worked
Oh,
out.
for sure. I would have found my way back here. I wouldn't have let it happen. But it's been,
Just show up like you
Just,
accepted
hey,
the job.
guys. Yeah.
So
Remember
when do I
said-
start?
Yeah.
Yeah. Podcast episode 1. Got my stuff. Got
Where's
my mic. We good? Everyone's like, the hell are you doing here?
Man, like that's such a good story for like what we should be talking about here too.
Yeah. That's
You know?
awesome.
Career. That was like, oh yeah, this is what. So in I think the last episode of Behind the Beard, when you were asking Bobby questions about like players, and then he said like who has the most wisdom,
Yeah.
and he said Kyle. So
Bobby said that?
yeah. So you got wisdom. So this is perfect. After hearing, like you heard his story before, TFC's, he made some good decisions to really push his career forward. You with the
We're doing the
email
same.
sending
Yeah.
quitting before
Yeah.
you even start.
That
is
was
always
good, though. Yeah, exactly. Quitting before I start. Yeah.
Actually, you have experience with that too. Quitting before you start.
I was actually telling that story the other day. So I didn't have too many jobs in my
Okay.
life. I'm very lucky to just have done soccer stuff. But in high school, when everyone's like, oh, we're all getting jobs and doing all the thing, it's like, cool, I guess. I don't know why everyone was getting jobs. I mean, I know why, but everyone was just doing it. So I was like, all right, throw out a couple applications. This guy worked at a hockey rink. And I was like,
Nice.
sweet, I'm just going to
Nice.
come work with you. Make this guy like talk to his boss, do all the stuff, give him my resume to hand in. Like,
Uh-oh.
there's nothing on the resume. I have no idea like how you even have one at that point.
Just like volunteering,
It's
like,
like-
skills,
Yeah, what are your skills?
kindness,
Positivity.
positivity.
And I'm wise. So hire me. And like I remember it's lunchtime. The guy gives me a call and basically is like, all right, buddy, you got the job. I'm like, sweet.
Perfect.
5 minutes later I call him back. I'm like, nah, I quit.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. Literally like the idea, like the thought
No.
the thought of like picking shifts around like a practice schedule, my brain didn't. I didn't really
Come
know.
on, man.
Time management wasn't really a thing I figured out until like a year or two ago. I've been working on it.
Tarnished my reputation as a rink.
Yeah, I set you back at that place.
Oh yeah.
Years. This guy put
Tarnished.
his neck on the line, and in all of 5 minutes,
But
5
then
minutes.
also that year, I got fired because I missed a shift. And I was like, I had a soccer game. They're like, oh, what's more important, work or soccer? I'm like,
Soccer.
All right.
No, you gotta
See you later.
little rink rat. What were your
Rink rat,
duties?
great job.
Yeah.
What were your duties?
What were your duties?
Well, you go on the ice for every flood and move the nets so the Zambonis don't hit them as they're flooding the ice.
Nice.
You don't sound very familiar with the hockey.
I can't lie. I'm not very familiar.
All right,
But
perfect.
I'll take your word. That's important.
So honestly, you just
Cut that.
I haven't thought of this in a while, but every hour you move the nets so the Zambonis don't hit them, and then you do nothing after that. You just eat candy from the snack bar. cruise around, and then you mop up
Nice.
at the end of the night, and that's it.
Kyle, you're missing out, man.
Honestly,
You
what
It
should've-
was a great job.
Yeah.
What was your go-to candy from the snack bar?
The grape 5-cent candies,
Interesting.
sour grapes.
I was a Fun Dip guy. Fun Dip was electric.
No.
That was your go-to candy?
Like
That's
from a
crazy.
snack bar at that time. Yeah, 100%.
That is a crazy take, Mitch. What are your thoughts on that?
Terrible.
Fun Dip is
terrible.
unbelievably good. It's just sugar straight into the bloodstream. Like,
I would just eat. I can't not bite the stick though. So
yeah,
I
and then you
lose it.
just gas the sugar. Dude, you think I was licking the stick the whole time?
Yeah.
No, I got no patience for that.
Yeah.
I like, yeah, it's like when you get like a smoothie or something. People who can like just slowly drink a smoothie or like any like drink like
No.
that.
Just go full
It's like a
brain
full
freeze?
like chug, 100%.
Just go
100%,
brain
I-
freeze?
I agree. I
Yeah.
just realized that
It's
recently.
like smoothies, chocolate milk.
How do you feel about coffee? Do you drink coffee
You
fast?
chug coffees? It's hot.
No. What's
You're
it
gonna burn.
called?
You're gonna burn your throat. Corey, what are we dealing with here? All right,
Corey
guys.
liked
Cold.
that a lot.
She quits her job before she starts, and she drinks hot coffee in 0%.
Did you have any
Actually,
good
can I-
coffees in Italy?
Can I please? Yes, but I want to share this story.
Yeah.
Because Corey just brought it up. Yes, I am an avid coffee drinker, and
Nice.
Bobby knows that. So sometimes he'll be like, "Oh, if the episode goes well, we get you a coffee," because they have an espresso machine in the coach's office, and he always comes in with a nice coffee, and I'm like, "Oh, that looks so good." Anyways, so one day, eventually, he was like, "That went well. Let's go get a coffee." So I'm like, "Okay." So we go, and Kit's in there, Joe, Jelani, everyone, and I'm just like, "Okay, lock in, Mac. Like, stay professional.
Lock in,
Stay
Mac.
professional. Here we go. Bobby's getting you a coffee, so just saying hello." And I guess what he ended up doing was pouring an espresso shot. So I just thought, okay, I'm just not ready for. I just don't get the full cup yet. Like, he's just not giving me that much. Like, I just thought it was like a really small bit of coffee. So I was like, and then he gives me a jug of milk, and I'm like, okay, like, is this like a latte? I don't know. So I pour so much milk into this espresso.
Come on.
And Jelani-
You just forget how to drink coffee?
oh yeah, I was blacked out in that
This
moment.
is unbelievable.
And Jelani was like, "You want some coffee with your milk?" Or
Jeez.
and then all the coaches like look at
like
me.
how
and then-
much? Like how
The
much?
ratio?
Yeah. Like, were you drinking like a full glass of
I
like,
mean,
2%
if someone's
milk?
making a comment on how much milk, it was probably a lot of milk.
That's why
That's
Corey,
tough.
That's why Corey was like, "You."
That's a tough one.
I would say probably
So how was your glass of milk with Bobby?
it was.
If you
I would say 80% milk.
can you pull up with just like a tall glass of milk to your next interview with him, and
You
just
know
like be a
what?
milk person now?
I might do that as a bit. Like, one time I
Yeah.
was thinking, like, maybe I'll go buy a carton of milk just to be like, "Sorry, I drank your milk."
Just I come from a long line of milk drinkers. It's in the fam.
I honestly
Jesus.
Obviously, you had to hear that line too. Like, "Oh, have any coffee with your milk?"
should. yeah. That's when I knew. I was
Like,
like,
should have just tipped it over. Pour it again.
seriously.
Oh man.
Yeah, sideline milk chugs. He was the milk. I don't know.
All right. So Bobby makes you all nervous in
So you
interviews.
and
We got that. Who is the worst interview on the team? The worst
I've been
player
thinking about
interview.
this. I knew you were gonna ask me, so I've been thinking.
And it's obviously on a scale because like athlete interviews are terrible, anyways.
Yeah.
Pulling anything out is impressive.
I
And you
think-
do have good chats too.
Thank you. I think
sure.
that they are getting better. I think that it was definitely tough at the beginning because, like, I pulled you aside one of the first interviews I did because I was like, Kyle's gonna carry this, and you did, but I would say one of the not great ones that I've had.
Yes.
Taryn, I'm sorry.
D.
I'm sorry.
Was
like,
he just giving you nothing?
great guy, but it's hard. It's hard. I just don't think that he likes. I just don't think that he doesn't want to do it.
He's a quiet
And
guy.
we did have a good conversation, I think, a couple weeks ago, and I said at the end, because it was flowing well, and I was like, "I hear you don't like interviews," and he was like, "No." I was like, "Okay."
Full stop.
Full stop. No.
All right.
Yeah.
Good tip. Don't ask people if they like interviews.
T-Money with the all-time interview answer.
That's
Nice.
great.
I make it sound like it wasn't great. It was honestly fine, but I just thought I would throw it in at the end to, make him laugh, and he just hit me with straight honesty, and it's not easy to interview someone who doesn't want to be interviewed, so.
Yeah, but Mitch makes a good point, and I'm guilty of it all the time. It's like, we just give the dumbest answers ever. It's like you can't, and it's like, guy, like just say something a little more thoughtful. But I don't know. So I mean, my problem, and I think I called someone out. I think it was after the Halifax game.
Oh, yeah.
The amount of times, and I'm not saying you do this, but just sports
No,
interviews.
we've had this conversation
Sports
before.
interviews in
Yeah.
general. It's like the game ends and they're like, you scored a goal. And they're like, tell us what happened on that goal. It's like, God, you watched
What'd you see
it.
there?
Yeah. You watched it. You saw
Yeah.
it.
Do you know what I did? The other
Crazy.
I was just trying to get more creative, okay? Because after we had our conversation about how to, mix it up a little bit, keep the conversations engaging, I was rewatching a lot of, post-game interviews on YouTube, and, I was like, what if I Chat GPT post-game questions? I swear I heard every single one in the press conference. I was like, are these people using Chat GPT? Yeah.
Some of those people
For
probably
sure
are
they are.
robots. Some of the people.
But
that
you
pull
got
it.
to
They
at
are
least
bots.
you got to at least edit it a little bit.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
unbelievable.
But that was
Imagine they're
one of
just-
them.
Imagine they're just Chat GPTing all their questions and you just outed them.
I was close, especially the walk me through that goal.
Yeah.
I'm guilty. I definitely have used that. I think I used it once earlier.
I mean, I think yours is obviously different, right? Like you're doing more of an up-to-date rundown, so you're trying to give a little bit more of a snapshot of guys' lives and what they're
That's
all
right.
about, and
Yeah.
just creating that personal connection, which I think is very cool and valuable, especially for a club at our level. And I think that's exciting. And now that you're in your first year and you're kind of flowing with all this stuff, how are you feeling about how everything's going, where you want it to go?
I think I'm really happy with how things are going. I think that it's weird looking back and seeing how much that I've grown over the past couple months, because I recently listened to one of the first episodes, and at the time I was like, okay, this is good. This is as good as I could have done, but I'm like, holy, I just to see the growth in myself is really, really great and really promising, I think, for my career too.
You have a lot of potential.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you. I feel like looking
Potential.
back, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Potential.
No, I was just
Potential.
Sorry. No. Well, and that stuff. I'm glad you brought that up because we're number 2 right now, second podcast.
I don't know, man. At this rate, this is only your second episode. You're
Second.
pulling
So
in
I'm
some
saying
views.
you need to teach us what you've learned in those first 13, because you sound pretty polished. And I will say too, I believe that story of you looking up Chat GPT questions and not using them.
Yeah.
Because you're very prepared. You can
Thank
see
you.
the research. You know what I just learned from last new playoff
Nice.
format.
You just found that out?
Sorry.
Yeah. What
I
are your
watch
thoughts?
Forge. I focus on Forge, just individual games. Playoff games were electric last year too.
Yeah, real good.
What do you think of the actual games? Game experience.
I think it's great here.
Yeah.
Coming from a university setting and then coming into Tim Hortons Field, it's like, holy crap. The fan base is amazing. They are so loyal. I know the names of some of these guys. Shout out Simon. But a lot of them are just so happy to be there, and they so many people come to the press conferences afterwards too. It's just such a really great.
And it's cool that we're doing them on the club level now, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So can anyone
So
who's
it's
up there can
available.
just watch?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's real cool.
That's cool.
I don't think they invite me up for pressers anymore.
You
for
lost
the
your
best.
privileges.
I think
You
it's
lost your
either
presser.
a fear Kyle's gonna do something weird, or it's just no one cares. I think it's more the no one
know
cares
about
part. It's the generic answers. They'll come back and bite you in the
Yeah, but back to that. It is tough. You can't remake sports broadcasting. You just be doing bits. If you're try to change it too much, and for
Yeah.
you guys too. How can you not say the same? I don't know. Whatever. But
Also, I
anyways,
think you tread a
yeah.
real fine line with just being for being honest. If you try and be a funny guy,
Yeah.
I think you have a very short leash of it being
Yeah.
like genuine and like people actually think it's funny. Otherwise, you're just like a
There's very
all right, cool guy.
few people that are just naturally funny.
Yeah.
Like you try to be funny every day, it would just be that would be a
No one's
nightmare.
laughing at that.
Yeah. But anyways,
Stink.
you're
No,
doing
you're fine,
yeah,
Will.
you're doing a great
Thank
job.
you.
It's
Yeah.
like it is like very natural conversation versus totally. It's great. Would you say that you and Bobby are friends now?
I would say with confidence, Bobby and I are friends now.
Nice.
That's impressive.
Don't ask him that.
I'm
'cause he
gonna
might
ask him
say-
tomorrow.
No, he's gonna say no.
Yeah.
He always he grabbed the mic from me at the open practice and introduced me to the crowd, and he was like, "This is the interviewer."
I think that's a friendship right there.
I think that's what
That is
that
a
means. If you ask
Blossoming friendship.
me. Yeah.
That's
Hey.
great.
Yeah, introductions, sharing glasses of milk. You guys are
Oh man, I'm never gonna let that
you
one
guys
go.
are tight.
There's no escaping the milk conversation.
Yeah.
But no,
No,
it's been a really cool couple months, or initial couple months too. It was
It's awesome.
not, I think at first I was a little bit intimidated coming in as one of the only, or I would say I'm the only woman at your practices. There's not a lot of
Yeah.
females walking around at the Forge FC practices, so it was a little bit intimidating in that respect, just because I had some support obviously too, and coming up to you guys and approaching you for interviews and stuff. But I think once I got to know everybody and just had those initial conversations, it was so much easier, because now every time I walk onto the field, people are fist bumping like, "Hey Mac, hey Mackenzie," like
Yeah.
it was just kind of about getting that first
Yeah, it's like that first day on the playground.
first day down.
I
And
think it's tough anywhere, but then I think you get thrown into kind of like a sports environment. It can be a little overwhelming at first, but then you realize there's the personality.
well,
in
at this
that
level
room
too.
is-
Yeah, at this level.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, any job, it's like he's.
Yeah.
But we were talking about that right before. It's like a lot of people don't come in and want to like really prove themselves. So like you obviously came in and created a rapport with like everyone pretty quick. So, yeah, no, we were excited to have you on for sure. And we're gonna bring you on a lot.
Please.
Hey,
Please.
we both got the pods. We both, we're both trying to.
Both trying to grow and improve. Yeah.
Yeah, and we need all the help we can get.
Hey,
so, like,
same here. I told Kyle
know?
this morning. I was like, "Hop on Forge Daily. I'm coming on
Yeah.
Captain's Log today." It's.
Put me on the spot. She's like, what's your podcast about?
He was like, "Oh."
Just like made a noise for 10 minutes.
I cut that, by the way.
I mean, you could have left it in. It was pretty good.
Oh, I left it in. I left it in. I
crazy.
cut the
No.
the ums and the
Yeah.
ahs.
No, for sure. It was that was a hard.
Are you
Like-
cutting your own stuff too? You're editing all
Yeah.
your own stuff too?
Yeah.
That was
That's
it all.
great. Yeah, honestly.
Thanks for having me, guys. This
Yeah.
was fun.
Yeah,
think
no,
that's
come
Love
back,
to come back to the storage room again.
come back
Sorry,
to
I
the
interrupted
storage
you by
room.
the way at the start with my little woo woo in the background.
No, we need that's like stress tests. We need to get those under our belt.
This stress test. for when we take this show
That
on the
was
road, we're doing live audiences coming to a
got
Wingporium near you.
We got
Hey,
that.
no talking.
Imagine.
Yeah, I think we should probably like just one time after the game just do a live pod at the Wingporium. Just that guy would be pouring us shots
Forge
left
fans
and
would
right.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, no,
Love
we
If he watches this, he'll know what's up.
yeah,
I
no,
don't
we
think that
did. We
guy's a
want.
phone.
I heard you mention that too, but
What
oh,
did I
and
mention?
yeah, I probably should have said what you mentioned before I moved on to my next point.
Keep up.
Dom Sam.
I thought you were saying Tom
He's
the
a-
whole time.
Tom.
He's a
Dom.
Tom. Oh yeah.
he's
Dom-
a
Dom Sam.
baker.
What?
He cooks.
Nice. You listen.
So
eh?
we should do some stuff like on location. Yeah, we'll hit some Wingporiums. We'll do some like bacon shows up there.
Oh.
Actually, it'd be better if you probably set that up and did it. But we'd be happy to join.
We'll
would
just
love-
we'll comment.
It
on
would
that.
be a lot more
genuinely would
successful with
love-
you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I would love
definitely
that.
do those.
I want to do, because I asked a couple players like something about themselves. This is the episode that he's talking about, and then told Bobby it, and then he was guessing which player said what.
Did he get any of them right?
He got most of them right. Yeah.
Interesting.
So supposedly Dom brings in cookies once a month. That's why he was saying that.
Once a
Mm.
month.
You don't look like you believe that.
Am I just not there on that?
Maybe you're just not.
Once a month?
Yeah, apparently he's a
Are
baker.
you guys getting cookies? I actually knew Dom baked some cookies. He's brought them in the past, but like, once a month.
So we're doing a cooking episode with Dom.
That's pretty sweet. What other talents did the guys
The
in the
least surprising one ever,
Tell 'em.
Rama, karate guy.
Who knew?
Oh, this is actually pretty good. The Rama and Dav had a nice little battle. Dav's feisty, and they both, I think, like a little UFC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would pay to watch them have an actual fight. And the best part is they're like real close boys.
Yeah.
But I think they would beat out of each other, and I
Yeah.
think it would be worth a watch
Yeah.
after the season.
I wouldn't tangle with Rama.
No chance. No, strong like bull.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were some good ones in there.
Taekwondo and
Yeah.
karate for 7 years. It
What
took
else?
Bobby like
Who else?
5 seconds. Oh, I'm blanking right now. Do you remember any of the other ones?
It was like a lot of
oh.
like,
I'm remembering one. One player had a side hustle of video editing.
Malik. I do that. He's got some good edits.
Nice.
Couple good
Strong
transitions.
edits. Yeah.
should we watch some of those here?
We should
I
pull
think
them up.
literally, we should probably start EP3 just watching Malik's.
Malik's edit.
Once we get the tech.
Yeah,
We don't have the tech
we need
yet
tech.
for that.
Can't do drops here.
Yeah.
There's not a lot.
Can you?
can
You
fit
can't.
in.
Oh, she can't do drops.
What?
She's doing her own edits. I was gonna say we got no drops. Can't cut the stuff that we wanna. We're working our way up.
Yeah, I know. Do you have you were talking about bits. I feel like you got lots of bits cooked up. You got lots of ideas. Let's hear some exciting ideas. It's coming up for
Ooh.
we can expect in the rest of season 1 of
Oh,
Behind the
wow.
Beard.
I will say Behind the Beard are planned like a day in advance, so I can't now say what the remainder of the season of Behind the Beard will look like. I just hope more milk and coffee.
That's perfect.
No milk will ever be out.
Stay tuned for next week.
That's it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, and this is also like I feel like we're gonna finish like 10 minutes ago. This
I
is
know.
gonna
Sorry,
be
I keep.
no,
That's my bad. As an interviewee, I need to be better.
We
at
don't know what
rapping.
we're doing.
Oh,
But you actually have great like transitions too, because it's just
oh,
like
no,
the.
I don't.
I mean, I was hearing some pretty good ones.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm running out of transition sentences, so I would love to brainstorm with
Well,
you guys.
it's weird saying like the same thing and like.
How many?
That was one I heard.
say?
I was gonna say switching gears.
How many times can I switch gears? I've switched gears so many times. Like, actually, send help. What? I'm gonna Chat GPT transition sentences.
What else is there? I don't even. This is. I don't have any of these in my
Yeah,
arsenal.
let's have. Oh,
It's okay. We can.
Not a wordsmith.
When we were chatting with Eddie last week,
Yeah.
and like the kind of last thing that I was saying to him, and I was just talking about, he's like a great guy to have around for the team and for the league. I couldn't think of the word ambassador. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I said spokesman.
That's not bad though.
It was close. It got, but like I could
But
have
it
sat
doesn't
there
do the
for
same-
10 seconds
Yeah.
and I wouldn't have got. It was turning into dead air. I started getting nervous and sweating.
Yeah.
That's why we got this degree.
Are you
Oh,
sponsored? Are you sponsored?
Dude, what now? Did you lock it?
Yeah, I locked it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
childproof. Banaka. All right, for the third wrap up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Please come back
I would
anytime.
love to. Thank you, guys.
This was The Captain's Log with Kyle Becker and Mitch Houlihan, presented by Bench Brewing. The guys will drop another episode sometime, whenever they get to it. In the meantime, we would love and appreciate for you to like, follow, subscribe, click on the little bell, do all the things in all the places you get entertained, and you'll find more of this type of content. And that also means we get to spend more time together on the Forge Audio Network.